Boyfriend told me that he's getting bored of me, how can I bring back the spark? I'm 24 female, he's 36 male. I've realized in the recent months that my boyfriend of 3 years has started to become more and more dull around me, not wanting to do anything together anymore, and just in general seeming uninterested more than half the time he's here. I finally broached the subject, and he came clean, saying that he's beginning to get bored of me and our relationship. His reasons being I'm not as spontaneous as I used to be, I put on about 10 pounds I'm 6 female and about 130 pounds now, so he's not sexually attracted to me anymore. I apparently have boring hobbies, I like knitting, crocheting, embroidery. He was honest and said that our relationship isn't where he imagined it to be. I am absolutely heartbroken, he is my first boyfriend, and I really thought we were on our way to move in together, get married, have children. But now that vision is gone, I'm so devastated. I asked him what I can do to make things better, but he said it would take a lot of work and reshaping. He left soon after. I now need some advice on how I can become a more attractive partner, someone he will want to pursue further and have a future with. Please help me out. Too long did not read. My boyfriend was honest and said that I'm boring him as a partner. I need some advice on how to bring back the spark. Honestly hun, it sounds like he started dating you when you were young and impressionable, but now that you don't fit his ideal anymore, which is bullshit, by the way, he's gearing up to move on to another young and impressionable girl. I hope this doesn't come off as mean or harsh, but I've been there, I know what these guys are like. Also, 130 pounds at 6 female is super underweight already. Does he want you to be skin and bones? Get a new boyfriend. You're not some shiny toy to be played with and then thrown away, you're worth way more than this. This is not on you. He met you when you were 21 when he was a 33-year-old man? The brain isn't fully developed until 25. This is some next LVL predatory red flag shit right here. Also, your hobbies sound so fun and cute. He is a trash bag that preys on young women. This is not a nice dude. Keep on doing the things that make you happy, surround yourself with your family and friends and chuck this dude in the bin. If you do want to work things out, I suggest go seeing a therapist. All the best to you my friend. I hope you seek the peace you are after. Older men go after young women because they're easier to manipulate and mold into what they want. It's usually because women his age won't put up with his shit. I was 23 and dating a 36-yo. He was emotionally abusive. He genuinely thought that he could change how I looked with his opinions. He thought I would value his opinion so much that I'd do anything to be what he wanted. He wanted me to bleach my hair, put makeup on before he woke up, lose even more weight than I had lost. He even commented that my voice was too low. I really think you should move on. It'll only get worse. You'll change your hobbies to keep him, then you suddenly don't look right, then you have to change that. He's testing to see what he can get away with. If he gets bored of you, it means that he doesn't take you serious. That's my opinion. 6 female and 130 pounds is incredibly slender. Sounds like you need to get rid. Just because you weren't good for this guy doesn't mean you're not perfect for someone else. There's zero need to change who you are for someone who didn't even bother to try and fix things. Keep being you boo-boo. What one person won't appreciate, another one will. Big facts. You do not have to change yourself for anyone else. Change for you and you only if you want. Do not be with him. The age gap should be a pretty big clue. Throw the whole man away. Whoa whoa whoa, you're 6 feet and 130 pounds. Honey, you're underweight. Wow, holy crap, your boyfriend is a piece of freaking work. If he actually cared about you he'd be making an effort to initiate more and get the spark back. It sounds like he started dating you because you were young and impressionable and now that you're less so he's not interested. I say cut your losses and move on. Yay, there's no need to change anything about you. Just keep being you. I may not understand it fully but my DMs are open if you wanna talk about it some more. Boyfriend told me that he's getting bored of me, yikes. I'm 24 female, he's 36 male. And #X200B. He will prob leave you for a 20-year-old or something. His relationship with you seems purely sexual and it looks like he needs fresh meat. It sounds to me like you barely have any self-esteem at all. PLS, treat yourself better, you have worth and will find a partner that loves you and not only the things you can provide sexually. He struggles with a woman, likes them young by the looks of it. Seen this with a lot of guys, know a few. Looking at the other comments you have said, in Scotland UK, we would call him a bobag, tell him he getting too old and you've seen a few grey pubes, and he goes soft so quickly, and get out of that relationship now. And what does he bring to the table? Other than being a creep who preys on women much too young for him? He was honest and said that our relationship isn't where he imagined it to be. He expected you to stay 21, young and naive. Guess what? That doesn't exist. You already are attractive girl, I bet you have a killer body with those measurements and I am jealous and fun. Your hobbies sound very creative. You have developed into a woman, and he doesn't like that. 29 years male here. I couldn't see myself dating someone who is 21 now, worse if I was fucking 33. Whole different mindsets in life. Huge red flag there. He is being manipulative, and you should definitely reconsider the relationship. You are 6 female and 130 pounds, you are already slim enough, what does he want, a beanpole? The issue is with him, not you. I know your first love is hard to let go of, but you deserve someone who will love you unconditionally, and you will find that. But this man seems all wrong for you. Good luck. Also, I would love to be able to do the things you do as hobbies, those take skill. Don't chase after him. He sounds like a giant baby. I'm kind of shocked that he didn't tell you first. Open communication is very important in a relationship, and the fact that he just kept his concerns to himself makes it seem like he just slowly waited for your relationship to end. I know it can be hard, especially if it's your first boyfriend, but I personally would advise you to end this relationship. Especially because he said that he's bored of you. This is the classic pattern of a narcissist, especially the age gap. You're also clinically underweight. That's a separate issue other than that he has ridiculous expectations for you. You're going to need therapy in order to leave him because the pattern of narcissistic abuse results in trauma bonding. You'll need to find a therapist that's experienced in or specializes in narcissistic abuse, because run-of-the-mill couples counselors aren't trained to deal with it. How to bring back the spark? Really, you can't. At this point in a relationship you have to be friends, and if you're not friends the chances of it working are very slim. It doesn't sound like you guys are friends. At 6 feet 0 inches, 130 pounds must be completely normal, if anything maybe on the thin side of healthy. I'm 5 feet 3 inches and I think I'd still be in the healthy range at 130 pounds. He sounds nitpicky, maybe looking for dumb excuses to get out of the relationship. I'm also worried that he prefers 21-year-olds. He's the worst. Get him out of her life. I think he's the boring. At 36 most people know how to communicate without putting people down. Clearly this man is emotionally stunted and projecting things into you. Tell him to buy circus tickets and date someone else. You posted your height and weight because you are now internalizing this and thinking there is something wrong with you. Don't let anyone break you down. Sounds like you're aging out of his interest zone. Your weight is, if anything, on the low side. Honestly, between the huge age gap and the body comments, he sounds like a creep. Do not change for him. He isn't worth it. There's a reason he's in his 30s and dating 20-year-olds. He's commitment phobic and likes young women who don't know what a decent relationship is. He plans to break up with you and is making moves so that the game goes in that direction. He probably has already someone in mind. You gaining 5 kgs at your height, weight is absolutely nothing. That is bullshit, or he really has a problem. Leave him. I bet he does nothing to bring back the spark in the relationship. The best change you can make is by getting a brand new boyfriend, as her current one is a jackass. Lots of reshaping? Like WTF? You are not as per his liking, so it is not her fault and you don't need to change for him. Instead, find a person who shows interest in you and finds her hobbies interesting and enjoys every little thing with you. I know this sounds like a fantasy, but people like that do exist. Don't settle for this old man. Okay, so I'm really sorry, but the thing is that if he actually came out and told you that he's bored of you, what an asshole for actually saying that to you, and he doesn't find you attractive anymore, then the best thing you can do is just move on, dude. Why do you want to be with someone like that? And unfortunately, more often than not, when the spark is gone you can't get it back. Best of luck to you. While relationships can get boring, they are also a two-way street. He can make an effort to communicate how he feels and do things that interest both of you, and or he can be the spontaneous one. I'm 24 female, he's 36 male. Of course he is bored. You're getting too old for him. Sorry, I couldn't help it. But it's true. Girl, it's you who should be fed up with him, never mind bored. Please leave this guy. He's a gross human being. You deserve someone who respects you. That's because you're now too old for him. He wants a young girl and now you're a woman. Men like this want someone they can control and a trophy girlfriend. I read on Reddit that you should have significant other with whom you can get bored with. You never know how life take turn. What if you get pregnant or have to have some serious illness? Can you imagine living with this person or rely on this person to take care of you? Sounds like you've been trying to do things and he's the one who's not putting in the effort. He's putting all the pressure on you to fix things instead of saying you guys together should work on it. I'm sorry hun, but I think he's checked out of your relationship but doesn't have the guts to end things. You deserve someone who adores you, who will be spontaneous to you and treat you amazingly. 10 pounds is barely anything, especially at 6 femaled. You need to get out of there and enjoy your life how you want to be. Don't try to make him happy. He's responsible for his own happiness. If he loved you, he'd want to be making it work with you, not insulting you and dragging you down. You can do so much better, heart. He left his ex after she gave birth and her body changed to reflect that? That was probably red flag numero uno. Not worth your time. I can see you are trying to stay with him, but maybe my comment can help others in similar situations. Ladies and gentlemen, we aren't toys that gets tossed aside when they get bored. We are all worth way more than that. Good luck to the op. To be honest, once the butterflies are gone there really is nothing you can do. Best to break it off and move on. Space equals attraction. This is one option you can take. Let him be the one to chase you. If he does, then great, that means he's curious and wants to be with you more. If not, you can always do your best to move on. It's tough, but at one point this man wasn't in your life and you lived a life without him 3 years ago. Just a suggestion. Start slow, less frequent texts, be the prize to him. You shouldn't be with this guy. I'm not against large age gaps in relationships. I'm 34F, my husband is 57M, but the fact that you started dating when you were 21, and he was 33, is a red flag in and of itself. The fact that he's pressuring you about your body and your looks and your interests is another major red flag. My guess is this guy is trying to end it with you so he can date another 20-year-old for a couple years until he gets bored again. I'm sorry to say this to you, but your relationship is already over, and the sooner you embrace that as the good thing that it really is, the better off you'll be. Complete the breakup and leave this fucking loser you've been dating. You can get a better BF partner just as you are, without changing a thing about yourself. You need to leave him. Don't change your wonderful self for a man. Maybe try dating men a little closer to you in age, around 30. Then there will be less risk of a boyfriend trying to control you. You bring back the spark by dumping his sorry ass. Listen, dating is a screening process to eliminate the bad potential partners until we find the right one. The process has worked for you. He has shown you he isn't forever material. Accept it and move on. There's nothing wrong with you and nothing that needs changing other than your partner selection process. Also, you're not overweight. Don't go down that road because some idiot is into counting ribs in bed. He wasn't honest with you. He started to become uninterested in the relationship, and instead of addressing it or ending it, he just kept going. If he wanted to get the spark back, he would have brought it up earlier. Instead, he is making you jump through hoops. It's not a healthy dynamic. Dump him. He'll come running back once you've moved on. You're young. There are other guys. Don't lose yourself for a man. 6 feet and 130 pounds? Healthy weight for a 6 female tall woman is in the 165,185 range IIRC. I'm 5 feet 10 inches and 188 and I look THICC, but not fat. Lots of it is in the butt region. Your hobbies are cool. Dump this asshole and someone who actually likes you for you. He's probably gonna go find another 20-year-old because I think what he was really attracted to was youth and the power dynamic. Get rid of him. As old as he is, he's acting like a child who is bored with his toys. You can do much better than him. He's only dating you for your age. Please value yourself enough to leave and find someone who appreciates you for you. Lol, another case of a creepy old fuck trying to get with a younger person so he can manipulate them.